This is just a recap on what I think oil is gonna do. I was looking at this chart right here in regards to oil because I have $2,000 sitting cash right now in like a Robinhood account. I just want to play with. I want to use that money for the future. And I've been waiting for a pullback on the overall market, but you know, as you can see, we're not really getting that. Hold up, we're not really getting that right now. Uh, Look at this market right here, very strong. Ideally, I would have wanted to pull back to 4800s, you know, this previous high over here, or somewhere around this level. So being patient, I'm not gonna buy up here. This looks like, yeah, I could go for more, but ideally I want the pullback back to this level over here before I enter the overall markets on ES and NASDAQ. Looking very, very, very strong, you know? So let's go back to CL, oil, like crude oil. Here's the weekly chart right now. And ideally, I was just going to play this little break and retest over here off this 80.5, just get into a little nice trade here. But then I looked at the weekly and I was like, wow, this looks like a very good opportunity for long-term investments into crude oil. And the reason I say that is because oil was underpriced here, obviously at COVID. Low demand for oil means lower prices. But then what I like over here is that it's holding the support level over here. And as we know, oil is very key for supply and demand. It follows supply and demand low key to a T. So that's why I wanted to get into longer shares for USOIL. And looking at it from a geopolitical standpoint and looking at it from a worldwide societal standpoint, oil really is going nowhere. Sure, we have a lot of people switching to EV cars, but that's just a small percentage of oil. The whole world needs oil right now, and it's quite evident by um, the U.S. geopolitical factors. You know, the fucking meme how U.S. is trying to get into oil everywhere, how we crave oil, and you know, there's more than just cars for oil. Obviously, there's planes that need it. There's cargo ships that need it. All of these second world countries, third world countries, all of these countries need oil. Okay, so why I want to get into it for longer term shares is because obviously you can see here the spike after the Ukraine Russia stuff dipped, went down substantially right after that, came back into the zone and held it. So this looks like a pretty good buy right here, targeting these highs right here. Or I can just hold it for some time. I don't know, but what I'm thinking of is getting into oil right now. I have a $2,000 account sitting on cash. I don't know if I should put half of it to oil, but it just seems like such a good opportunity buy. It seems like a really good buy right here. And with all the factors going on in the world right now, I really do think it's going to skyrocket. And you know how war, as unfortunate as it is, during wartime, oil is just going to go up. And how is our world looking like? It's looking like shit. So to be honest, this looks like it could be a pretty good profit if I put in, let's check out these studies. If I put in a little bit more, um, put in a little bit more cash into this, put some risk onto the table. And the reason why I like this right now is not only did it hold this support level, but in the shorter term time frame, came down, made a nice V-shaped recovery off of nice volume over here. It was just holding like a perfect break and retest. This right here is perfect break and retest central. So after it broke this downtrend line over here, it came up, held this support level. Here's the support level, held this, came back up, held this support level, came back up, held this support level. So what I'm anticipating right now is that here's a previous high over here of the trend line. What I can see for the shorter term is it holds this 80.5 level. I could put a stop below this right here, and then that, you know, we're all fine and dandy. But to be honest, for the longer term, this looks like a pretty good buy. So I don't know how much I'll put into oil, but I will for sure be putting in more than a quarter, probably somewhere around a quarter to half of this $2,000 account, and hold it for the longer term. Because I really, really, really do like this setup right here. Break and retest. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't think oil is going nowhere in the near future, but probably by like what, 2040, 2050, around that time is when we get a full switch to renewable energy to something EV, but yeah, this oil is needed in our economy. The demand's gonna skyrocket. That's just my thesis, my 2 cents on it. So, yeah.